Three things I lost in the month of August, and now we're in September, and decided to document my life.
A day in life of an actually autistic woman. Before I got out of bed, I was actually crying. I was realizing that time like this is not going to be forever. And who do I spend time with really matter.
Like other people don't build your life.
I
Else is
don't
your life.
typical
It's up to you. It's not up to other people.
who had just told me about 5 minutes ago that I am smothering him.
I just feel really sad.
When all be mindful of the moment that we get to have. I watch at him when he's sleepy because I know it's not going to be something that I'll have forever. To be told that I'm smothering. Autistic people do experience love differently than.
I am now filming with my iPhone front camera. Well, I'm on my way to work. I'm saying work, but I'm currently unemployed. I rent a station at a co-work sharing space. I moved my iMac there. I would do this in the apartment, but Ricky, we were dating, but we broke up. He was kind enough to let me stay until I get a job or until I could move out. I guess we're gonna go. Oh, why don't we just talk about this? Me, I'm 26-year-old. I have 2 majors with honors from the best public university. That's not my word. I graduated in 2021 and I've been struggling to land a job. The first thing I tried was to use money saved up for me. And I started my own dumplings business, which is based in LA as well. That did not work out. Guess we can go there, but this is probably off the topic of another video. But I was basically harassed for a very long time.
Tragic events in history. Sonic's death. When jumping out of a plane, he forgot his parachute and fucking
Be mindful when I say the word failure there. I guess a tip from another autistic friend of mine, because I know that everybody still feels very proud of me for everything that I have done thus far. I haven't been feeling proud of myself. Talking about earlier, like I am struggling to get employed. But a lot of the neurotypicals around me, especially those close to me, like they tend to think that I am being too picky for not getting a job. Okay, anyway, after the dumplings business, I started working random jobs. The first thing I tried was I just literally took out my laptop and I was searching cafes near me, and that's how I found a cafe in my neighborhood. I submitted my resume there and I got a job and I got fired after 1 month. Ricky is the person that I met while I was at the cafe. So I met Ricky there. I feel like it would be triggering to say this, but if now is bad, 2 years ago it was worse. So for me to be talking about this now, I'm actually had done a lot of mental work. So I'm thinking like this is another reason why I am sharing all about these things, because I'm hoping this will keep me accountable to grow, put myself into doing good work, better work, something positive, keep you feeling like you've got a friend. Over the past 30 days, I lost a friend. My friend is still alive, but I kind of stopped talking to the closest friend I have. I'm like this person who can be very, very loud and talk a lot if I'm with the right person, but I'm more introverted in public, especially with strangers. And I'm not very proactive in friendship, have that many friends. I do feel sad about this. I was crying last night because of this. Going to get better from now on. Hey, I feel like this is a very autistic thing to do. I was just talking with this lanyard I showed you. Like I was holding the camera in such an awkward way, but I did not think of just changing the way I'm holding this. And I'm also holding the key because I was hoping it's not going to be super loud and disrupt with filming, but give me a sec. I think this has to do with either working memory, both working memory, executive functions. I just took this down and now I'll be more comfy. I want to say we'll be more comfy, but you are not holding the phone. Well, before this, about barista job. That's the first thing that I've tried out of college. It's not my own business. I later got a job that I thought I really wanted, to work for the largest independent bookstore in LA. I actually counted 22 months is how long I worked there. After 22 months, I stopped. This is when I moved into this co-work space. I had been prepping this entire time, e-commerce website. I had been doing online boot camp. Oh, I never mentioned what did I study. I have one major in neuroscience and another in computational systems biology. If you don't know what that is, see how I can explain this. You would basically take a bunch of math class, computer science class, statistics and probability classes. You'll be combining these math and CS knowledge into solving biology problems. I majored in these two was because when I was growing up in TV shows I was watching at the time when I was in China, I did think about at some point being a body examiner. So it has to do with the TV show that I've watched. I feel like I was cute. There's romantic ideas about career based on TV shows. If you're watching this, I would give you an advice, especially if you're autistic like me. It's better that you find someone in the field of career that you would like to be in, talk to them. But I know the reason why I didn't do that was because I don't know these people. I feel like that's kind of like a career thing that I can put into another video. Very loud. I proposed to my employer that I'm going to build a website. I was applying for the job. I already had this idea. Just didn't really know the market value of such a project. As I started working in this project, that I have to work with a legacy system of the book distributor. That book distributor is a very, 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 very big entity that they developed those systems decades ago. So they have those proprietary query structures. The way they do things is very much early 2000s. For example, in order to make a query to their system, one option they offer, something called SOAP, which is new to me. It never crossed my mind to get a job in web development. I kind of feel like if I really needed to, I would, which is why earlier this year I took a boot camp, and it's called Odin Project. That's been very, very helpful for me because it's self-paced. It's a lot of reading. I'm dyslexic. Reading is difficult, but I usually schedule that as the first thing in the morning to stick to a fixed schedule and just do this every single morning. And that's when I felt like I was confident enough to pitch to my employer to take care of the e-commerce project. Well, one day into the project, I had to cancel it. And the reason being, I negotiated a bad deal for myself, basically. They basically let me make all the decisions in what I believe is the right thing to do. And even the deal, the price, the timeline, I did all of that. I proposed all of that to them. I don't know if overcommitted is the word. I still would do this project, but I realize it has to do with the money. Like, I do this for them, they will be good for the rest of their life when it comes to e-commerce, but I would have to learn everything on the go and I would have to stick to this rigid schedule. I was doing it from like 6 a.m. till very late, like 6 p.m. I was becoming very rigid in order to make this happen within the 3 months time frame, and I only asked for $7,500. Found out later through someone, a website project like that is somewhere between $65,000 to $100K with about a year time frame. So I felt really bad for a while. I ended this project on August 1st and now we're in September. So what did I do in the month of August? I was going through emotional roller coaster. See, I stopped talking to the closest friend I have. Ricky broke up with me, but was like, yeah, you can still stay here until you move out and get a place. And yeah, lost a job. That's 3 things I lost in the month of August. And now we're in September and decided to document my life. How do I feel is something that I have been asking myself a lot. I feel hot. I for sure feel hot. I'm almost gonna be at work